I became obsessed with this idea of feeding people ocean farmed kelp because I had never heard of a type of regenerative food farming that was so perfect. It's allowing fishermen a way to make a living where they no longer have to fish, but they can use the boats and the buoys that they already have to farm kelp. So they're becoming basically ocean gardeners. And that obviously reduces the stress on the fishing stock. But I think what's really cool about these kelp farms that we support are, in that kelp is in the water, you're essentially planting a kelp forest ecosystem. So you're seeing species of fish return to the shorelines that haven't been there in a decade. And you're seeing shellfish have thicker shells. And that's a result of decreased nitrogen and CO2 in the water and increased oxygen. So that's what makes kelp farming essentially regenerative aquaculture. Now, when I became obsessed with this, I thought, well, what if we could replace what I see as the most unsustainable way to make food, and that's factory farming, with, because I'm obsessed with kelp farming, I think it's the most sustainable way to make food. And so we started looking at the plant-based options for our first products. Fortunately, and I think plant-based is not going anywhere. It's been an explosive category. I'm so inspired by all of the young people that I'm meeting. I don't think that there's ever been a generation with as many vegetarians and vegans in it as Gen Z and the folks coming up behind them. And I think by attaching to that plant-based movement with kelp farming, we've been able to sort of showcase, hey, a burger doesn't have to be this disgusting hormone-induced factory farmed thing that you eat on the weekend with your friends. It can be this symbol of everything that could be right with the food system.